Welcome to Cricket Safari. The DP World ILT20 Season 4 rolls on, and it's rolling on for ADKR. The Abu Dhabi Knight Riders tonight here at Dubai International Stadium have found themselves a place in tomorrow night's playoff, taking on My Emirates after an emphatic and one-sided victory against the former champions of this tournament, the Dubai Capitals. Some very, very happy members of the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders, led beautifully by their captain tonight to help get them through. A very happy coach, and we're going to talk to him shortly here on Cricket Safari. So not long between drinks for the Knight Riders. They are back tomorrow and they take on My Emirates, who is going to meet the Desert Vipers in the final of the DP World ILT20. Thank you so much for joining us. I've got Dinesh Kartik, someone who sometimes is called Urush Montage, but it's Urush Mumtaz Khan for tonight. And we have Coach DJ Browett. Congratulations. You must be absolutely stoked with that. A great victory for your boys. I mean, it's great to get the win, but is it the way that they won that makes you most proud?
Yeah, very happy. I think, I think the previous game gave us that confidence. And I said in the halfway stage in our first game that we won here to qualify to the top 4, that the way how we play should give us a lot of information and courage to come back here and play this game tonight. Hence the reason we turn up here, win the toss. But we don't normally see teams doing that, because I felt that we have to make a positive approach, and we have to just remember what we did, the good things we did the last game, and try to implement it. And we get a very good start once again with salt and pepper, and that set the tone. We faltered a little way, but at the halfway stage I said to the guys, I know we are disappointed. We did not get the finish we wanted, but because of the start we was able to get a score that I felt we could win. And I think that was 159, 160. You get a good power play, get wickets in the power play. You could control the game after that.
Absolutely, and control the game they did. DK, what did you make of the performance tonight from ADKR?
Very solid. I think the fact that the openers were able to take them through to the 13th over, Salt showed a lot of character there. Yes, he's probably definitely not at his best physically, but the determination came through, the care for the franchise, the fact that he wanted to be out there. Pepper looked in great nick, made things slightly easier for Salt, but overall I think a solid performance. When you see someone like Sunil Narayan do what he did today, you realize how important it is to have people who have believed in the identity and the culture of the franchise. Just speaking to Dwayne Bravo before this, and he was saying that's so important to him as a coach, and you can see that coming through the way he spoke in the after-match presentation as well, where he said that the last 3 years we haven't qualified. And hence this game was so important for him, that he was able to take the team through the spell that he bowled. He's been phenomenal this series, phenomenal all through his career to be fair, but just great to see him deliver yet again on a big game.
Yeah, he's certainly not a bad player to have in your team, I don't imagine, DJ. But when you have your big players step up, your senior players who, they've got price tags, there's the expectations, they travel around the world playing their trade, and they're the best in the business. When they come to tournaments and it doesn't always pay off, to see them pay off for you here now, what does that say, or should that be telling us about the culture at ADKR?
Yeah, as DK has mentioned, for me, I think that is very important. Once you have a happy environment, whether things going well or things going bad, you try to create the environment healthy. But a team like this that have so many match winners, a lot of senior players, my message and my language is always, guys, listen, we have dangerous players. We have players that the opposition respect. It's important for us now to demonstrate why teams respect us and why you guys are so good. And I think with Sonny, I mean, he's a king. We call him the king, and I always in his ears, listen, I need you to get wickets. I need you to come on and get wickets. When the team is under pressure, the captain have to go to you, and not just to be defensive, but be more attacking. So now we're seeing you have forward short leg, slip, short mid wicket, and all of these things, because I said to him, I said, Sonny, when most players facing you, they're happy to get singles off of you. So it's important that you attack, and I think it worked for us today. Having someone like Piyush Chawla as well, over the years the team never really had 2 good quality spinners. There's Sunil and then maybe someone else. But it's important that we have someone who can also partner him on the next end. And then Livingston's spell also was a crucial crucial spell for us.
Yeah, they just applied so much pressure and the Capitals just could not cope, Ruji. What do you think has been so great for ADKR in season 4 of this DP World ILT20? Because you've seen them over a couple of seasons now. What's been the main change?
Yeah, I think what, like DJ says, I think the messaging was always positive. Jason Holder, a lot of times, has almost not agreed with the questions being asked because he believed in the positive aspect of it, whereby you might have a take on how the team's doing, and he's almost gone like, no, we've done better than this, and these are the positives out of it. So, like, even at the post-match, like DK said, there was a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive messaging. Coming off a good win, their only game here in Dubai, this was their second game, and for Sunil Narine, he was wicketless for 7 games on the bounce in that middle, and then he's turned over 3 wickets tonight for less than 6 runs and over. What was so good to see was the experienced men who've been there for over maybe 1,500 games between Ray Russ, Jason Holden, Sunil Narine, celebrate in the manner which they did. Just means that there's a care and concern and a true love and a motivation at this level is tremendous. So for them to win these games, not being in a qualifier before and now have one more crack at it, you never know, maybe writing their own story.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right, there's so much care. You can see it. Jason Holder, I love when he's taking wickets. He's so into it. It's fantastic. You've won your last 2 games. You've won them both really, really well. You've had some really strong batting partnerships. Your opening partnership of Salt and Pepper, which is a broadcaster's dream, having your opening partnership be Salt and Pepper. What we can say about it is huge. But Michael Pepper had a relatively slow start to the tournament. Yeah. What's he been like around the group, and how has he built to this point that he's now so crucial for you guys?
Yeah, he's someone I'm a big fan of, not because of his ability, but his off the field. He's a true professional. When he's not playing, no worries. He's playing, he gives us 100%. He's very good around the group, trained very well. When we lost Rutherford, there was an option where we could try and get someone to replace him. And I said to the owners that, I believe I have enough to work with. Straight away get Peps in, put them up the order. Had a few conversations with some senior players as well, guys like Halsey, Salty, to make sure we get the batting order right. And with him being that aggressive on top of the order, it gives Saul the ability to just remain calm, bat deeply, and it worked for us. I'm happy that it's working. And one more game to go, a big game tomorrow, and then let's see, anything is possible. Anything
is possible. You don't have long. You've got to back it up tomorrow, as you say. But their captain, DK, I'd like to touch on him with you because you've seen him for a long time now, played against him, I'm sure, multiple times. What is it about this young man, the way he leads from the front, that makes him, how does he galvanise this team like he has so obviously this season?
He looks like a solid human being. He looks like a very likeable character, one who will remain very calm through the ups and downs that always happen in franchise cricket. He's contributing phenomenally with the bat and ball. I just recently saw a post on Twitter where the T20 Team of the Year was picked, and he's part of it, which tells you how strong a season he's had. We're seeing videos of him pick up wickets, but what he does behind the scenes is what he'll always be known for, because he looks like a solid guy, somebody who you can trust with the bat. He's consistently shown that he can come and play some big shots with the ball. We know how good he is with the new ball. He's always a work in progress at the back end, and he seems to have improved so much under Dwayne Bravo, doing that as well. Bowl to the plans, bowl to the field, but most importantly, he is marshalling his resources in such a way that he's getting the best out of a lot of the players that are out there in the park, and that's the sign of a good leader, a leader who's trusted by his teammates, and it's great to see him do well. I think he has turned a new leaf in his career as well, the way he's actually dominated T20 cricket in the recent past, and I'm really happy for him.
Absolutely. Now, Ruji gave me some hot tidbits for you, actually. So not only was he the highest T20 wicket taker in 2025, he took his first wicket in his first game of that year. He's done the same here tonight, Ruji. I am not stealing that stat. That's from Ruji. All yours. But Dwayne Bravo, tell us, as coach, working with a Jason Holder as a player, why do you two work so well together?
Obviously, we have that chemistry from back in the West Indies, and for me as a coach, I said to the owners, I need a captain who I can relate with and have that bond with. It's very important when you play in franchise cricket. The captain and coach basically share similar values, and it's just a cultural thing and a comfort, because I believe in a certain philosophy and template to win T20 games. And I just felt that having someone like Jason will be able to go out there and outroll that. And as DK said, he's a good human being, very chill, very individual, and so am I. I'm very chill. I don't get flustered. You know, not big on meetings. I sing songs for the team just to lighten up the dressing room because...
What do you sing?
Come on, one for us.
Give us a little one.
You got this upon yourself. Come on.
I just be creative and my music side of me come in and just to lighten up the environment because again, in a tournament, high pressure tournament, players not performing at their best, they can feel tense. And for me, my job is not to apply more pressure, it's to just create an environment that the guys relax, happy and comfortable.
Obviously, you know so well what you like in an environment, having been such a great player yourself. But when you have to talk to your troops, like we saw tonight, you spent some time with Liam Livingstone before he came out to bat. What do you say to them in those moments?
Yeah, so I watch the game, I watch the tempo of the game. I'll try to analyze the bowling options and know who is the best player to go in at a particular time. At one point in time, I had Livy and Halsey. If Salty out, Halsey will go. If Pepper out, Livy go. Then a couple overs, then I say, okay, Livy, you next, no matter what. Then a few overs went, then I said, okay, 7 overs left, Russell go. So for me, it's very important. As I said to my staff, I don't coach, I try to captain outside. And that's why I'm always on the boundary line because for me, my brain will keep ticking. And I watch the momentum and the tempo of the game and try to figure out what is the best, who's the best person to bowl, who's the best person for this situation. And I'll trust them to do it.
Ruji, obviously, whatever he said to Liam Livingstone before he bowled went incredibly well, taking those 3 wickets. What was so key about him and his wicket-taking balls tonight?
Yeah, in fact, I was just going to ask you, because me and DK were in comms when I think it was just out of the timeout where you must have had some conversation because you asked Livy to bowl, right?
Yeah, so what I said to him, he wanted to bowl leg spin. And I said, no, bowl off spin to Rothman. Bowl off spin to Rothman, set the mid wicket, make sure the boundary guys on the ropes. Yeah. I don't think Rothman, as much as he has power, he's a key player for them. Yep. And I don't think he will fancy Livy bowling off spin to him. So it's the opportunity to get a chance. And when the wicket happened, then I say, okay, Livy, you could do what they want now.
Because that's exactly,
genius.
Because that's what happened. Because we were contemplating, because that was the biggest boundary tonight, 75 yards, and it still takes much of it. But it was Livy bowling very slow through the air, asking Rovers to go for all his brute strength. So that paid off quite nicely.
It certainly did. Look, well, we'll let you go. We want to thank you so much for coming over and talking to us tonight. Coach, you've got to go and do some
singing.
Wrap up, some singing, cups of tea, bit of an ice bath maybe, some things, because you've got to do it all again tomorrow night. So congratulations and good luck for tomorrow. We'll see you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we'll let you go. We're going to stay here and we're going to talk about the game that it was. I've got to ask about the defending champions who are now no longer a part of the DP World ILT20 playoffs. And DK, they'll be gutted because, you know, they had the players that they could have or should have potentially gone the whole way.
Yeah, they did. They did play some good cricket. But today was a key day for them. Today is basically a quarter-final and they didn't come up tops, and that always happens. You got to give credit to the way ADKR played, but also there'll be a lot to reflect and ponder for Dubai Capitals. It wasn't an easy game. They got thrown in with the ball early. I don't think they reacted really well. Michael Pepper did quite nicely to get them off to a good start, but they didn't have much to say in terms of how they wanted to bowl to him. He was playing the field and he was throwing all sorts of confusion to the bowling team. But overall, I'll say it was a tournament which they flattered to deceive because they were a strong team. They were the defending champions, but they didn't play like one today. And if you don't come up good on a day like this in a knockout game, well, it's sad, but the truth is, that's where the tournament ends.
Absolutely, and it's wild because they got themselves right back in it in that first innings after ADKR did so well with that opening partnership. They lost 7 wickets for 36 runs, so they weren't without a chance going into that second innings, I wouldn't have thought.
I mean, the way ADKR started, 122 for no loss, and like you said, they lost 7 wickets for 36 runs. At 158 at the halfway mark, I would have thought that Dubai Capitals were the happier of the two with momentum on their side. You wrap the opposition up. At one point, looked like ADKR are going to get beyond 180. And then they come back and then they completely, it was very, very good bowling. Holder got the ball to sort of nip off the surface. Ajay Kumar with great lines. Sunil Narayan was into the attack on the very 4th over, in amongst the wickets in the power play. But it just seems like it was almost like you could have just played proper old-fashioned sort of old-school cricket for a bit. 1 too many wickets lost, and they were always chasing the game. Don't think, apart from Jordan Cox and Cheyenne, they had the real depth to sort of just play out that heavy period that hit them. and it was all too late. I mean, 108 all out. That's a heavy loss, and 2 losses on the row in 2 important games.
2 very important games, and we say goodbye to the Dubai Capitals, but the ADKR train, it keeps on rolling into tomorrow night. Now, if you've been entering our contests, here come the winners. I've got our mega contest winner, which is Pratiksha Yadav. Congratulations to you. And it's time to announce the winner of the Visi Smart TV presents Jawal Dikau in Ampao contest from the previous match. So a huge congratulations to all of our winners here. You can see on the screen for showing amazing Jawal and winning exciting rewards from Visi Smart TV, a smart TV that has it all. The youth entertainment brand. Do not miss your chance in the next match, because with Visi Smart TV, Jawal Dikau in Ampao. Okay, we're going to take a short break here from Dubai Stadium, and when we come back, we'll have a look at tomorrow's big matchup in the DP World ILT20. Welcome back to Cricket Safari. It was another big victory for the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders. They won by 50 runs against the defending champions, the Dubai Capitals. So we say goodbye to the Capitals, and the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders are back in the DP World ILT20 tomorrow night against my Emirates. They were simply superb, and you'd have to say they've found form at absolutely the right time in this tournament. I've got Dinesh Karthik and Uruj Mumtaz Khan alongside me. And Ruji, if you look at this outfit, could they quite realistically go on to win it with the way they're playing and the confidence they would have got from these last 2 games?
I think it comes from some of the tactical decisions which now make sense. DJ touched on it in terms of their batting order with the right personnel in the right positions. They tried Pepper at the top of the order earlier on, and then they dropped him for a bit, but he's come out and, like DJ said, gives Salt a little bit of time. Then you got Hales, Sharafu, Livingston in there, and I just feel with the bowling options now, with Sunil back in form with the ball, Holder and Ajay Kumar. The other thing that he said is he had some tough conversations with some senior players to step up. You got to win the key moments as those senior players. That is why you are there. That is why you've been given those important, responsible roles. Just feel peaking at the right time with great strategies in place. They've got the right personnel firing on all cylinders. I think they have a real chance now.
Sunil Narine is absolutely one of those players who's firing on all cylinders and peaking at the right time. Let's find out the mantra about his winning.
Are you Knight Riders ace of spades?
I'll let the Knight Riders people say that. When you play cricket, you want to win. So I think once you want to win, you have that hunger, that energy, that you really want to go there and perform. It might be so much on the cricket field based on expression, but inside it's always trying to win a cricket game. Hiding the ball, I think it's something I've practiced even 3-4 years before doing it in a game. And I think in this the way cricket is going, if you don't tweak a little thing or change little stuff in your bowling, and you will get through for the first couple years. But I think if you do the same thing over and over, then it becomes easier for the batters, because you play against a guy nearly every tournament, and obviously it's always going to be tough. So you need to tweak here and there, not reinvent the wheel, but come up with slightly different things. Variation is still key, length is still key, trying to outfox the batters based on field positions, and obviously whatever the game is required, you can attack more, defend more, and those sort of things you try to think about it and see how best suited for what do you generally want to do.
T20 World Cup in February?
No, I think I've passed that stage. I think it's gone. I had my time in international cricket, so I think it was good. But now it's just focusing on franchise cricket to keep the body as fresh as possible. And hopefully I can play for however long I want to, and once the body and mind is strong, everything will be good.
He's a wonderful character of the game, and he's had so much success in so many different tournaments, and it's great to see him hitting his straps at the right time here in Season 4. DK, you would have played with him. Tell us about him, because he does seem an incredibly relaxed human being. What's he really like in the changing room and on the cricket field?
The good thing about Sunny is what you see is what you get. And to be fair, he's not someone who wears his emotion on his sleeve, as they say. Very calm. irrespective of whether he gets hit, whether he's bowling brilliantly, you see him in the dugout or the dressing room, he's always the same. He keeps it very simple. He gives you exactly what you see on the ground, and you know almost consistently what you're going to get. So when you have someone like that in the team, it's very easy to work with. You understand how to best use him, and if you can do that to his advantage, he'll more often than not deliver on whatever front you want, and he's a good teammate to have. He's not the most outspoken or the most chirpy one, but someone who'll just come, do his thing, have a smile on his face. If you speak to him, he's more than happy to have a conversation with you. But other than that, he's a bit of an introvert, keeps to himself, and he's a very calm guy.
I was going to say it sounds just like Ruji until that last bit of that answer there where you said he doesn't chirp or anything like that, but that's not Ruji. That's not Ruji at all. No, but he does. I like that. What you see is what you get. And we're going to see him again in action tomorrow because he takes on My Emirates. If ADKR are to go any further in this tournament, they have to beat My Emirates, who of course have won before in Season 2. This is a big one. Very interesting. Two teams that know each other quite well. Obviously that West Indian flair on both sides. Ruji, who are you picking for tomorrow?
Oh, that's a tough one.
And why?
Oh, good one. I just feel with the way ADKR have gone, I'm still going to go My Emirates. I just feel the spin options with Allah Ghazanfar, new ball with Fazlak Farooqi, Karan Pollard, match for match in terms of captains, but I think maybe just a little bit ahead My Emirates.
Okay. And for you, DK, who are you picking?
Just because Uru just picked MI Emirates, I'm going to go for ADKR. Look, they've had a couple of good games, and Sharjah is a ground which was not the easiest to bat on. So if the spinners can weave their magic like they've just done in the last couple of nights, it'll be a very good game. Yes, probably MI Emirates have a bit of a head start considering how consistent they've been. They won 5 on the bounce before they lost their last game to Desert Vipers. But I would like to think that ADKR also have the goods to come up on a big day. It's a bit of a tussle in the sense that it's a Pollard versus Bravo contest. You see them on social media; they keep going at each other, saying, "I've won so many." So another one for the bragging rights are up for tomorrow.
Absolutely, and should we be worried that they don't have long to get to the game tomorrow? Are they starting the car now?
No, I think this is a good thing. When you got momentum on your side, you just want to go for it.
All right, they're going to go for it. We know both teams are because it's the final and anything can happen. If you lose, you go home. If you win, you take on the Vipers in the final. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year, and we'll see you tomorrow.